record. Good morning. Today is Saturday. Oh, whoa. Let's see if I can do this right. There we go. Today's Saturday, February 22nd, and I'm really excited to bring on here Kristin, who has been rocking her fitness journey with us over the last 6 weeks. She's actually been with us longer than that, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. I'm so proud of her. I'm just so proud of her for so many different reasons, but we'll go into that in a minute. Right now, I want to tell you that this call is being sponsored by, not really, but it's brought to you by the Mindset membership. Okay, so I actually bought the Mindset membership last month and never listened to any of the calls, which was so silly, but I'm sure we've all done that before, right? And then this month a new one came out, the new content for February. And basically what the Mindset membership is, it's the ongoing education for those who bought To Be Mindset, right? Funny thing is, while I watch it and listen to it, I realize really, it's just so good, even if you haven't done To Be Mindset, but the foundation of To Be Mindset, you should learn it first. So you watch the videos of To Be Mindset, and as you're learning it, you should also keep up with the ongoing education. And the reason being, just like, it's funny, the thing we struggle most with is nutrition, right? Always. When I get someone started, fitness is not the thing that they are struggling the most with. They do struggle trying to stay on top of it, but as soon as they join the group and join like a test group or do a fitness program with somebody else, they usually stick with it, right? It's an easier habit to form, I believe. Now, nutrition, on the other hand, is constantly changing for people. Like, just constantly, the events and this and vacations, and just my kids are starting to get old enough to bring food into the house on their own. Like, just my boyfriend, my husband, he's bringing this home and that home. Like, it's always changing. And I feel like it's really, really important to continue on that education, because here's the deal. You can beat yourself up. You can really make it it's my willpower, my motivation kind of thing. But if you want to spin it and be more positive, you should just learn more about your nutrition, healthy nutrition, something that's going to help you long term, and that's going to help you want to make the change, right? It's going to be more positive, more fun. And I feel like Mindset membership does that for us. So I love Alana Molstein. She is just a light, a beautiful, joyful person, and listening to her is so much fun, and it makes you want to eat healthy. And I love that about her. She really just exudes positivity, and to listen to her every month would be so ideal for you to stay on track with your nutrition. It helped me a ton. I listened to January's call and content, and then I listened straight up to February right afterwards. I listen in the car. They actually have a video, but they also have just the MP3, like the audio piece of it. I highly recommend doing that. It's only $20 a month. That's it. And if you're a coach, it's only $15 a month. So I highly recommend it. Now, let's talk about Kristin. I'm going to bring Kristin on here. And Kristin, you're not muted, right? You're good, right?
Right. Yeah. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. And Perfect. What I want you to do, Kristin, is tell us a little bit about your pain points, like before you got started in this, like your results came within the last 6 months or 6 weeks, right?
Yes.
Tell me what was going on before that. Like, what even made you want to start this?
Sure. So my relationship with food, my horrible relationship with food, started way back when I was probably about 10. I've always been very tall, the tallest person around. And because of that, people associated that with being fat. So when I was in school, the boys would be like, Kristin's fat, Kristin's fat. And I really took that to heart. It resonated with me so much that from the time I was about 10, I stopped wanting to eat like normal people eat. I restricted foods, I restricted food groups, and I really would just eat as little as possible because all I wanted was to be thin and I wanted to be short. I knew I couldn't be short. I knew that all the food restricting in the world was not going to make me short. So the one thing I could control was making myself thin. So the years went on, and, I became like 13 and 14, and then it became an even bigger deal. Everybody that was popular was cute and short, and so it got worse for me. I had a horrible perspective of what I looked like. I didn't know what I looked like. I thought that I looked like this big, huge person, when in reality, I was really not. I was about 5'9", and I probably weighed about 113 pounds, but I saw myself as 213 pounds. So fast forward, and as an adult, I had 2 children, and I took that horrible food relationship with me into, young adulthood. And I had 2 children, and with both of my children, I was so terrified of weight gain. I didn't wait until I was released by the doctor after my 6-week checkup to work out. I started working out right away. I would live on celery, I would do whatever I could to be thin. My relationship with food made my relationship with people equally as terrible. I would not want to go to events. I would not want to participate in family gatherings because I didn't want to eat fattening food. I was terrified of gaining weight. I smoked too. I smoked for many, many, many years. My excuse to not smoke was if I quit smoking, I'm going to gain weight and I won't be able to take it off. So I kept smoking. So fast forward a little bit more, and I'm right around 40. And, I, as I said, I had 2 sons. I was a single mom most of their life. I avoided getting into a serious relationship with a guy because I felt like I was going to have to do normal things and eat normal food. And I didn't want to stand out. I didn't want to be obvious that I had this horrible relationship with food, and I really didn't know how to stop it. And then I would say my kids got older, they graduated from high school, and here I found myself in this situation where, I didn't really have anything to focus on other than myself. And I was alone, and I had to make a decision about my life. Am I going to stay alone? Am I going to live a normal life and have a boyfriend? Well, sure enough, I found a boyfriend. And my life really changed. I did become normal. I ate normal. We went to normal events. We drank alcohol. We did all these things. And I went from 159 pounds over 3 years to a little over 200 pounds. I was in about a size 8 to a size 14. And when I was enough is enough, my 14s weren't fitting anymore. And I was there's absolutely no way I'm going to buy size 16 clothes. So in the meantime, that happened. I hit that point about December of 2019. Over the 3 years leading up to December of 2019, when I started this relationship and I was progressively gaining weight, I kept thinking to myself, I need to do something. I want to be normal. I want to live a normal life. I want to make this relationship work, but I need to do something, and I can't keep starving myself, and I can't keep avoiding situations. So I just want to live a normal life now. So I went online and I signed up for Beachbody, and I did not have a coach. I had the coach that comes with Beachbody, but they didn't reach out to me. There was no connection. So I was inconsistent. I was inconsistent about working out. I was inconsistent about nutrition. I kept getting sucked into this. Okay, now I get to live a normal life, and so I don't have to control my food or my exercise, what have you. So that was 3 years ago. The following year, I think, is when I first had to start buying size 14s. And I think someone I knew was doing a boot camp with Ashley. So we connected online, and she posted about 21-day fix real time. So I was yes, I want to do 21-day fix real time. This was last year, 2018. So I started the program and I got sick. I had some horrible food sensitivity or some problem that I couldn't eat anything. And I lost a huge amount of weight in a very fast time. I wanted to eat, but I couldn't eat. I couldn't keep anything down. I couldn't keep anything in. And that went on for months. And then finally, when I felt better and I started feeling stronger, it was really like not top of mind. And, you know, for me, if I lose weight and I lose it in a fast way and I'm not following a program, when I gain it back, I gain that and more. And I did. I gained a ton. And that's when I got to where I had to like buy size 14s. So then we get to the end of last year in 2019. And I was at a place where I needed to either renew my beach body or not renew my beach body. Well, in November, I had some friends over to my house, and a friend of mine who I love dearly, who is, I don't know, probably like 11 years younger than me, but struggles with weight in a bigger way than I do, said to me, Kristin, I can't walk up your basement stairs. My knees are so bad. I can't walk up your basement stairs. And that touched me in such a way that I was like, oh my gosh, you know, this friend of mine who I love is not even 40 years old and I'm almost 50. And I was like, I could be there, you know, I don't want to be there and I don't want her to be there. So what can I do to help myself and help her at the same time? So I reached out to Ashley and I was like, Ashley, I need to do something. Bar Blend was coming out and I was like, it's either time for me to renew or cancel. So I'm going to renew. And I think that I want to be a coach because I want to help my friend. So I did. We started Bar Blend and I lost, I don't know, maybe like 6 pounds in the first few weeks. And I had to get ready to go to an event. And I was standing in the dressing room at Macy's and I caught a glimpse of myself from behind. And I was so horrified. And I shared these pictures with Ashley. I was just so completely horrified. I was like, this cannot be me. And that was the turning point for me. I was like, working out is not enough. I'm, you know, I think I'm eating right, but I'm not. I need to do something else. And so with that, I set out to discover 2B Mindset. I'd always done the containers, but it felt so restrictive to me. Like, I still feel like I'm not living a normal life if I'm using these containers. My family isn't, my friends aren't, and I don't want to stand out anymore. I don't want to stand out as someone who doesn't eat and live like a normal person. So I discovered 2B Mindset and it just clicked. And as soon as I started 2B Mindset, I lost, I don't know, maybe like 4 pounds. And it's been consistently 2 pounds a week ever since. I am never hungry. I follow the program to a T. I track. And I haven't seen a weight gain and I treat myself. And it's just been a wonderful, wonderful experience. And I recommend 2B Mindset to everyone. So here I am, and now I'm actually 22 pounds down. And I couldn't be happier. I've gone from a 14, I'm in a 12, I'll be in a 10 within the next couple of weeks. So.
Oh my gosh. I love your story. I love it. Just to go way back, I think there's probably like let's see, 10 people on here. Guys, I know Kristin's not the only one who has had somebody say something to them as a kid or multiple times that has completely changed the way that they viewed themselves. Please tell me that she, like, get on here, get on the chat and tell me that she is not the only one who's had that happen. How many of us have like hated our bodies as like young teenagers, and then as adults, like 20 years later, 10 years later, we look at pictures of ourselves as teenagers and we're like, I was so beautiful, right? How many of us? Like, I'm telling you, that is probably 99% of the world. Lisa said absolutely. Patty said absolutely, not the only one. Liz says me. Lynette says yes. I was told by my family. Kristin, elementary school, was told I was a hippo, hips, and thunder thighs. Honey, I look back at my pictures and I'm like, oh my gosh, I had a smoking body, but I always compared my thighs. I had like an early, like I was developed early. So I had boobs, I had a butt, not nearly as big as I thought I did, but I felt like I was an outcast, right? And that then everything I did. I was the biggest of them. And when I look back at pictures, I'm like, what the hell was I thinking? You're not the only one. I feel like every single person, Colleen said thunder thighs, by her family. Oh my gosh. We have to remember. Jessie tells me a story in high school of a girl sitting down and her like boyfriend or somebody she had a crush on sat down next to her, and we had skirts because we were in Catholic school, and you know when you sit and your thighs like smush up against the seat, well, some stupid dude next to her looked at her and was like, oh my gosh, your thighs are bigger than mine. Like it's innocent though. Like he didn't realize that was going to do anything to her. She probably didn't wear pants for like the longest time. I know I didn't wear pants. I didn't wear shorts. Sorry. I didn't wear shorts until, I mean, into my 30s, right? It's horrible. So just keep in mind, that's where people are coming from. It's hurt. It is hurtful. Lee said words hurt. It's true. And so your story, so many people can relate to that. So many people. And it's sad. But you know what? I mean, you can tell me what you think, but, sorry, I'm trying not to cough. Do you feel like the programs that we're doing, the nutrition to be mindset, do you feel like that's actually changing the verbiage that you say in your head? Kristin?
I definitely do, because I feel like it's such a flexible program. I'm amazed every single day at the fact that I'm eating whatever I want, really, and I'm still losing weight, and it makes me feel so good about myself that yes, I'm hungry and I can eat, I can satisfy my hunger, and I can not be hungry between meals. And I can still lose weight. It's really truly been life-changing for me. And I can't imagine following any other nutrition program now.
I love it. And do you think Bar Blend, this is your week 6?
That I'm going to be starting 7. I just wrapped 6.
So you're 6 weeks into Bar Blend. Do you feel like doing that program makes you feel differently about yourself as well? Like, do you feel like it's helps your mindset?
Absolutely. I have so much more confidence. I feel physically and just mentally stronger because the workout is so challenging. And what I've been able to accomplish over the 6 weeks, not just with weight loss, but strength and balance. I never dreamed I would be where I am now.
I love it. I love that the workout programs make us stronger. And when you feel stronger, even if you're not losing weight, when you feel stronger, you feel more empowered to do like just better things for yourself. I want to go back for a second because you said this hit me. I mean, this really hit me. I didn't stop smoking all because I was afraid I was going to lose weight. I mean, we all know that smoking is not good for our health, but that's how ingrained that of I don't want to lose weight I don't want to gain weight mentality has really struck a chord with you. But I want to celebrate with you because you have been smoke-free for how long?
I think it's like 110 days now.
I love it.
I know. I quit. I was a chronic quitter. You know, I've always been this like health advocate, but on the other hand, I was a smoker. And so I felt like a fraud, right? And I would quit. I was a chronic quitter. I would quit and come back and quit and come back. And every time I would gain a few pounds, I would come back to smoking. So quitting smoking, I quit the 1st of this year. So it was January 1st. Like I had a plan. I knew when I started out this year that this would be my year to quit. And this would be my year to take back control of my life in terms of my weight and my eating. I'm going to be 50 in 4 years. And I want to go into my 50th year healthier than I've ever been.
Love it. Oh my gosh. It's just, you know, every time I do an interview like this, I end up learning more about the person that I just didn't know before. And I saw your post the other day about being smoke-free, and I'm like so beyond proud of you for that. I think it's so awesome. I think, dude, you should be sharing that every single day. every single day with people, because I know other people who do the same thing. They're so afraid to quit because they know that the weight's going to come with it. And it's so ingrained in their head that that's going to happen, right? It's going to happen. So I think if we can change the rhetoric and give people the tools to be able to do that and not gain the weight, but to refocus their energy towards something that's going to help them stay healthy and lose weight and be strong, I think it would make a big, big difference. So I'm just so proud of you for that. So, so proud of you. And you said you're, okay, so I'd have to ask, the friend who couldn't get up the steps, did they,
Yes.
you said you wanted to start so that you could help yourself and your friend at the same time. Were you able to get your friend to join you?
Yes, they
And tell
are.
me about their results.
They are about 35 pounds down now.
That's so
It's
exciting.
I know. I know it's rough. It was a really rough road. This friend was not super willing in the beginning. Weight loss didn't come really quickly, even though people could see it. And so now that my friend is seeing results, she's in a much, much better place.
Oh my gosh. Last week we had Kathy on here, and Kathy lost 100 pounds. And I love it because Kathy was dragged into it also.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
was like, this is how my life is. She was at the point where she was just like, I give up. This is not in my cards. I'm just going to stay where I'm at. And this is just going to be my life for the rest of my life. And her family, same thing. Her family was like, I'm doing this. You want to do it with me? And she said no. And then her son started doing it and like kind of guilted her by doing it in front of her. Do you know what I mean? Like by doing the workouts in front of her. And she was like, oh, fine, I'll do this. And it wasn't an easy start. It's not an easy start. She was having a struggle. I know your friend was having a struggle, but you know what? This community, these people, when you have people who care so much, and it's not just your friend like going to the gym and trying to do it on her own. You have a community of people. I know that like you weren't the only one talking to her through the struggles. Like there was other people in our community who were reaching out to her, and like it's what we do. We build this community. And I'm just so excited that was the thing, like for you to start and to want to become a coach, because your heart is in the right place. You're like, you know what? I want this for myself, but I want this for her too. And how can I make sure that this is going to work for both of us? And now you're like spreading it to other people. I know there was a girl that you got started. I've been inviting her for years. She hasn't joined me, but then you started and she joined and I'm like, yes, this is awesome. So like, I love it.
So, I was having a conversation with another friend last night, and we were talking about coaching and why I decided to become a coach. And I said, I know for a fact that if I make a commitment to show up for people every single day, I won't give up. I won't give up on myself, and I won't give up on those people. So for me, that's a level of accountability for myself that I wouldn't have otherwise. So for me, the coaching piece of it was like, I'm going to help you. And in the process of helping you, I'm helping myself.
Absolutely. And you didn't wait. Some people are afraid to coach because they're like, well, I don't have results myself yet. But you're looking at it as, I need results, and I'm going to use this as a way for me to get results as well, while I'm helping other people get results. And I think that is that level of accountability, like you're saying, is it kind of like almost ensures that you are going to get the results, because you're not just doing it for you. You're doing it for you and for them. And I think that is so key. Oh my gosh, I love your story. I'm so glad you came on here. Okay, so I'm only giving you a very short period of time to do this, but you are super busy. You work full time. Ooh, kitty cat's gonna knock down your
I know. There's a dog chasing the cat. Sorry.
You're fine. You work full time. You get up super early. You're probably the earliest riser I know. With following To Be Mindset, tell me real quick, if you can, break down like when do you eat during the day, and typically you're probably on some kind of schedule right now of Like, do you pack your food? Do you bring it with you? Like, how do you, because you leave early in the morning and you come back kind of later in the evening. So tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah. So my morning starts, I start my morning with water every single morning. I work out. I have a shake before I leave for work. So I do my Shakeology. I always blend it with spinach, water, and ice. And I put pumpkin pie spice on everything. Everything has pumpkin pie spice. And so then I do pack my lunch. So even if I buy food out, I'm really, really careful about it, but I do pack my lunch. So mid-morning, I have like a high fiber, high protein kind of an oatmeal. And then I eat lunch, and I usually have a salad that is loaded with veggies.
Hold on a second. The oatmeal, did you make that ahead of time, or do you use like an instant packet? What do you do for that?
So I use an instant packet. It's the Think Thin oatmeal. I don't know if you've ever seen it. I wish I had some here, but I keep it at work.
Okay.
So it's
Just
very
mix
low
that with
sugar.
water, hot water.
Yep, hot water, pumpkin pie spice. But it's balanced protein and fiber. So
okay. All right.
yeah, it's a wonderful, wonderful product. Like I usually buy whole oats from like Bob's Red Mill. But when I discovered this and I saw the balance of the protein and the fiber, I was like, this is a must have, because if I don't have that, I don't know, the calorie count is, in the 100, 130 range. Like if I don't have that mid-morning, because I get up so early, I'm starving and I want to snack and I want to eat things. So
Yeah.
I have that, and that holds me over until lunch. Meanwhile, my water goal is a gallon every single day. And I have half of that in by lunch. And then I cook every day also. So I make dinner every single day.
Did you bring the salad? Is that
Yes, I bring the salad, but if for some reason I don't have like salad left over in my fridge, because I always have salad in my fridge, but if it's like that point in the week where it's time to go to the grocery store, I make a pit stop on the way into work and I pick up one of those little like pre-made salads that you can get at like Weis or Giant. And I always look for something that's got the proportion to carbs, fiber-filled carbs, protein, and veggies that I'm looking for. So
okay. And what's the name of the oatmeal again? Amy's asking.
it's Think Thin.
Think Thin. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. And then after lunch?
Mid-afternoon, I will have some kind of veggie snack. So like cut up carrots, cut up celery. Sometimes I'll have a little bit of peanut butter with it, a little bit of hummus.
Just something to hold you over until
until I get home and get through the crazy traffic to cook dinner. And I plan my dinner menu out like 2 weeks.
Okay.
So I know every 2 weeks what we're eating for dinner, and what I can use from those dinners to take for lunch. So sometimes I do take leftovers. It's not a salad every single day for lunch. Sometimes it's leftovers from the night before, but for the most part, it's salad. And I do my grocery order. I think Lee, she did Coffee Talk a couple weeks ago. She does her grocery order and picks it up, I think. I do too.
Okay.
I've been doing that for the longest time. It's life-changing also.
So you just order it and pick it up on your way home from work or something like that?
Yeah, I don't usually pick it up on the way home from work because the wait times can be really long at that time of day. So I write up my order and place it like on a Thursday or Friday night, and I pick it up on a Saturday or Sunday morning. Okay. When nobody's like out and about. But I haven't gone like grocery shopping in a store in probably a year.
Wow. That's awesome. I love it. And then, so that's dinner. And then after dinner and done? Dinner and done. Do you do anything like tea or anything to hold you over, or have you never really been like a nighttime snacker?
No, I do have evening teas that I could drink, and rarely I do. My boyfriend is a nighttime snacker, but I'm not hungry. So that's one of the ways that I gained weight, was that I was snacking with him every single night. So do you think just being more mindful of it is what has helped you with that? Yeah, absolutely. Now, we do go for the occasional treat. Every now and then we'll go out for frozen yogurt. But I'm not hungry. So if I eat it, I'm having just a little bit, and I'm thinking about what I'm doing, where before I was like not caring. I was just
Yeah. And I love that you're saying that. I'm not hungry because the program is made so that you can eat, guys. Eat your food. Eat more
Yeah.
food. If you're hungry, eat. And I think that is really big when it comes to like nighttime. If you're snacking, you probably didn't eat enough during the day. And
Yeah.
same with like when you treat yourself, you're not like, I know people, and I've done it before, where you're like, well, I'm going to have this later today, so I'm not going to eat like as much during the day to make up for the calories that I'm going to have at night. But like Kristin said, that actually, that if you don't do that, if you eat normal, then you won't want so much. You
Yeah.
can cut it down and have your taste and eat the treat without overdoing it. And I love that. That's such, yay, Kristin. So proud of you. So proud of you. So we have exactly 4 minutes left. So what I'd like from you is just to wrap up. How do you feel different? Like, so obviously you lost 20 pounds, but that could you could lose 20 pounds starving yourself and your life could be completely changed as to what it is now. So tell me, what is different now, 6 weeks later, with all these changes, and even more than 6 weeks? I mean, you're 110 days into not smoking. So how has your life completely changed between then and now?
Oh my gosh, 4 minutes isn't enough. I'm mentally, I feel so mentally clear, and I feel so just mentally strong. I feel like I could accomplish anything. I used to be a very shy person. A lot of people don't believe that, but I have completely come out of my shell between not smoking and doing bar blend. Just totally come out of my shell, just put myself out there every single chance I get. If I think it means helping someone else. So really, my life has turned around since January 1st of this year because I've accomplished so many things.
I'm just so proud of you. And you made the decision to do this. You were like, I'm making this change and it's going to be uncomfortable. Did you know it was going to be uncomfortable?
Oh my gosh, absolutely. Yeah.
I mean, you're doing things that you weren't doing before. You're reaching out to people. You're really putting yourself kind of on the line, right? Um,
Yes,
but would you say it's worth it?
absolutely.
I love
Absolutely. It's not helping people and helping people change their lives and helping them feel empowered is really what it's about for me. I spent so much of my life just feeling sad and unhappy with myself, and I missed so many fun opportunities. And I fought with my family over food. And when I look back on that, like if I knew then what I know now, things would have been so different.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Kristin, for sharing. Lauren said you're my inspiration, my beautiful
Oh,
friend. So
thank you.
Kristin asked, where did you get the oatmeal? Where did you go for that?
So I discovered it at Weiss, as a matter of fact. Kristin, do you have Weiss where you live?
I don't know.
I
But
found it at Weiss, Giant. Sometimes it's in like the
yes.
natural section. I don't really know that it's all that natural of a product in general. They have other products in the line, but this particular product I feel is pretty natural. It's about as natural as it gets.
Well, they're totally going to cut us off and close this out. But I want to say thank you before they do. Lisa said you're the bomb. Thanks for chatting today. We all love you. Thank you so much, Kristin. Have a wonderful evening, or day, guys. Great Saturday.
Thank,
And I'll post this link soon.
thank
Bye.
you. Bye.